Welcome to the Two EXES podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is David.
And I'm Ben.
And we are the Two EXES because I am an ex-Jehovah's Witness.
And I am an ex-Mormon.
And we are gay married.
Yep, so not exes in our relationship, but we both left major organized religions. If you've listened to us before, you know that we take time to delve into particular topics. And today,
our topic is coasting. Coasting through life. Coasting through church, just coasting in general. And it seems generic. We probably should have used a thesaurus to come up with a better word.
Rather than coasting, but you're going to hear that way more than you bargained for.
Right, but it also doesn't paint the picture of a really good discussion.
Yeah, and I think as people who took their religions seriously to varying degrees for both of us, talking about what it means to coast in general was just a good opportunity to explore the effort that we're putting into life in general.
Oh, and I gave the whole pyramid of the caste system within my church.
All right.
So that's...
Folks, take notes
because
there will be I don't know if I can get it right.
I don't know if I can get it right again either. No, just kidding. So, yeah, coasting, and we all work with people who coast, and we talk about whether or not we should hate them.
We have coasters in our families. We recognize that we're coasting through life in different areas at different times.
So we talk about why we think that is.
Yeah.
Because we know that we're coasters.
We know that we can coast, but self-awareness and knowing when to give yourself space and time is always a healthy practice. Find your coast-life balance.
Right. And please stick around. Oh, thank you, Ethan Jennings, for the music.
Smite me by
Ethan
Jennings.
We're sorry that we didn't use your song in that one episode at the end, but I had to show the people what that song sounded like. So it's in the past. So don't have to worry about it.
Well, yeah, we'll find that again.
But so stay tuned. Today's episode, Ben, is brought to you by passive aggression. Have you ever struggled with helping someone understand how they made you feel? Well, try passive aggression. To teach them a lesson they just don't seem to understand.
Oh,
it's so nice, isn't it? Try passive aggression along with its side sister product, sarcasm. And leave them no doubt about how you feel. Back to you, Ben.
All right, I'm reading into that
what? Are
a
you
little
really?
bit.
No.
There was some passive aggression in... No, that was me being sarcastic, David.
Oh, well, you're
Get with it.
You're really good at it.
Oh, hey! Wait. I get what you just did there.
All right, everyone, please stay tuned.
No longer passive.
For coasting.
Yeah, stick around for our cocktails and confessions.
All right, thank you. We love you. Bye. Welcome back to Cocktails and Confessions.
Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. We're here today with a delicious beverage, courtesy of David, once again.
Well, I mean, it's not just me. We've been inspired by so many.
Oh, and this is kind of a tryout for our upcoming party, where we're going to give each other wedding rings.
Yeah, we've talked about the wedding a lot, Ben.
Yeah.
They already know.
Well, it's not technically a wedding.
Oh, that's true.
But
we're already married, so it's a ring ceremony for our friends and family and people we love.
We're just throwing a party because we deserve to have fun too.
Right. So we are testing out cocktails every week. And which one? This time it is sangria. Yeah. Red wine sangria. So I think we're definitely going to have this as an option at the wedding.
Cheers.
Cheers. Close. But we wanted to test it out and make sure that we liked it before we serve it to people. So it's a red wine, some brandy, and then just whatever seasonal fruit. Like we did we did nectarine and plum. Which I've never done a plum before. And Ben just took a drink.
It's delicious. It's a good amount of acidity. And if you are a fan of red wine, it's not overly sweet. So you still get to enjoy the taste of the wine.
It is like a delicious wine-ish. Like I can barely taste the wine.
Yeah, wine-ish. And on top of that, topped with a little bit of club soda, it's got a really nice sparkle to it.
And then the one thing I love about sangria is you can use your straw and pick up all the delicious fruit that's been soaking in the booze all night. And it's like second cocktail.
Exactly. Yeah. Way to pass the time. You can pick through or slurp up some of the fruit.
Yeah, so that was a good one. That's going to be really refreshing. I don't know how many jingles are going to be in it this episode, so hopefully nobody was hoping to get drunk by playing our drinking game.
Oh, that's right. Take a shot every time you hear this.
Yeah.
Ice.
And yeah, we're working on the specs for the board game. So I don't think we're going to make it with the tariffs. So maybe next holiday season after Trump's dead.
Well,
because
if we
of
have
illness,
to wait that
I'm
long.
sure.
Of course.
Or age.
No.
Not because anyone would kill him.
I can't think of anyone who would want the man dead.
It's not worth
He's a
it. He's so
treasure.
old, too.
I know.
It won't be long. So
Yeah. We only say that because
though,
he's been a little absent this weekend.
Oh, yeah,
We're
that's
not
right,
conspiracy theorists.
If anyone
or
remembers the weekend of this podcast recording,
Yes.
which we won't say what, but
Yeah.
because who wouldn't remember?
But
speaking of our dear leader, today's episode is coasting.
Yeah.
Coasting through life, coasting through
religion.
church. Yeah. Okay, so honestly, we were like, what should we talk about? Because we don't want to be too serious every time. And we've had a couple serious ones lately.
Yeah. I think
was it the last one that I cried?
Oh, well, talking about coming out experiences.
Yeah, not to bring it up again.
No,
I don't but I'm saying that's why we wanted to keep it light today.
And this is a little less personal because you have claimed to be a little bit more of a coaster, but you can't really coast and be an active witness, whereas I don't think, coasting was something that I would have been able to do. And it's so easy to coast anyway, as a Mormon, by comparison. So diving into that.
And that goes without saying for me because we've talked about it a lot on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I think it's an easy position to coast through the Mormon world.
Exactly. So I think just talking more about perceptions about coasting in general will hopefully be light conversation. But do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. Let's see. So coasting, taking it easy. I want you to tell me. Now, they're not all going to be religious because this first one is not. So how do you feel about family members who may be coasting through life?
Well, it's really...
And that's not pointed at all.
Of course not.
Because, it could be broad. It could be your aunt.
Okay, well...
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't think coasting through life is ever something that feels good. Because everyone always feels like you're just doing your best, right? That you're working as hard as you can. And I think people who are coasting who find a comfortable spot... nothing in life gets to stay comfortable, right? I don't know anyone in my family who isn't going through it on some level.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So, and I'll come back to it though because I don't think this will make you look bad.
Okay.
But I guess we'll have to find out.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. So do you think that coasters in our family? Because now I'm trying to think of our friends who have kids that seem to be coasting. Do you think it's usually related to anxiety? They just can't deal with life.
You mean coasting in your relationship?
No, coasting at work, coasting with family, coasting with your relationship. They're so overwhelmed that it's just easier to do as little as possible and maintain.
Well, in that case, working hard, coasting for me is you're not working on getting to whatever the next level is going to be in some, hopefully, meaningful area like your relationship, like your job.
Right.
And wanting to keep the same job forever, even if you're unhappy but it's stable and consistent, I still respect that. For me, coasting through life is, I feel like you can do a better job being a part of your own life.
Okay.
Instead of just working and then filling time with whatever. You have to be an active participant. And usually, that's either involving something that you're really passionate about and going for it, or that's going to bring other people into your lives, family.
No, that's true. If you're coasting, you're not making connections. You're not trying, so people will try less and less and less.
Yeah, because especially if you're convinced that this is comfortable, or maybe this is just a minimum to what I can manage, it makes me feel bad for you because you're missing out.
And do you believe in that rule of three, when you invite somebody to come 3 times,
I have heard that.
Bail, you don't have to feel obligated to invite them again.
Yeah, and
do you agree with that?
Oh, 100%, because if I tell you no 3 times, please don't invite me again. Because if I want to be there, we'll either reschedule something or I'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
But invite me at least 3 times.
Okay. That's nice. But I will say, we did that to my brother because his wife was always hit or miss whether she liked us, right? And they were just flaky coasters. And we would invite them to stuff and they would never come, or they couldn't come, right? So then the one time we got together, my whole family and some friends, and I'm like, oh, we should take a selfie and send it to Mark. And
to your little brother?
Yes, he was so hurt. He was so disappointed because this time we didn't even invite him.
Ooh. Oh,
so was that shady of me to take the picture?
100%.
No, I don't remember doing it to be shady.
But I
probably did, though, now
I
that you
think
say that.
that's shady in a way that he needs to feel that pressure. And if you can't tease your siblings, who are you going to tease? So
that's true. Who's going to tell them how stupid they are?
Well, it's
or to
not
shut
like...
up. Like, nobody wants to hear you sing anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't mean to make any judgments on your brother, my brother, anyone. But...
You can judge my brother.
Okay.
If I can judge yours. No,
okay, deal. I think that, especially once you're in a position where you're not coming to family events and you're not expected to be there, then I think that's just a great opportunity to surprise someone. Mm-hmm. Show up one time without needing, extra reminders or a ride or whatever. Right. Which, we'll give you a ride. Mm-hmm. Just, I don't know.
Well, that's interesting. I think it is more sad for them, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as far as how I feel about family members in general who are coasting, I interpret that to mean you're not engaging with the family. Mm-hmm. So if you're coasting in the family relationship, then that's depressing. Yeah. Just show up.
Can I just tell you something? It's so cute because sometimes you do that to me. Like if I say something like final wordish, you always have a summary after that.
Yeah, but I think there's always a recap.
It's probably with good intention because whatever I said probably had nothing to do with what you were trying to get out to the people. And you're like, all right, thank you for your comment.
And from that, let me add what I think about
solidify the ending of this topic. Yeah.
Well, is that a solidified ending?
I think we're solid.
Well, that was me. So you mentioned your brother, but what about you? How do you feel about family members who may be coasting through life?
Yeah, it's so funny that you thought of coasting through life in that way. Mm-hmm. And I thought more like my siblings who were like miserable and then they stay in the same job. Or my sister who is always so bored, but she doesn't want to get a job even though her children are grown. So that's what I consider coasting through life. Like, you're like not doing anything to better yourself. Like,
and you know those lives so well. Like your sister, you spent so many hours upon hours, days upon days, especially when her kids were young. So you understand where she's coming from if she's coasting with her routine and has complaints about it. So what do you think about it?
Well, I think it's pathetic. Is that rude?
I mean, say what you mean, David.
Well, no, I just think like it's weak. It's the easy way out.
Okay. So having lived through it, and a completely different life, what do you think is the answer?
Well, I don't know. That's why I was thinking with you, like, are they limited by something? Like, why wouldn't they want to better themselves or take a chance? Just take a chance, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're going to take a chance, don't go the easy route and fail and just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
There
are so many things your sister's passionate about. If she picked one or, two of them and did something, like threw herself into it, do you think that would be better?
No, you're thinking of your sister. I don't know if my sister has any passions.
But even if it was within the witness world.
Drinking wine with her friends?
Yeah, just like really, really sell it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, because I don't have a relationship with them anymore. Like, I don't really know. Maybe she's bettering herself and not just coasting through life. Waiting for something. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe she is, but I doubt it.
Well, if it's hard to see, then that also, like, she feels uncomfortable with it in some way.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
Well, it's harder for you because you don't get those life updates.
Right. Well, and I just think it's so interesting that we have so different takes on what it means to be a coaster. Mine's so much more productive.
Well, if I was talking about other areas of coasting in my family, I think if you're going to complain about your relationship more than 3 times, then stop complaining to me about it and tell me, like, ask me a question. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Or stop using it as an excuse. Please. Or whatever. Yeah.
Well, and you know what, to be fair, because we have a range of relationships where there are, things to talk about, I also feel like being true to that relationship and putting in work, as long as you stand by that,
right?
I support you regardless, because, relationships are not always the easiest thing.
They're not.
No, to put it lightly.
Yeah. And my coasting brother, who would never come to any family events, just tell us that you don't want to be around us. Like, stop blaming your wife.
Or be honest about what's scary about it.
Yeah, right. Just, like, don't cancel at the last minute without giving a good reason. You coaster.
Yeah.
Skater. We used to call people skaters at work who were like slacking off.
Oh,
have you ever heard that term?
But it's cute.
Yeah, coasting, skating.
Skating by.
Why don't you ask your first question?
Okay. Did you recognize and did you think differently about the witnesses who chose to coast?
Oh, 100%. Like the people who would just come to church randomly, like they weren't solid like 3 times a week people. It was like, what are you even doing? Like, why are you here? Why you're coasting?
Yeah. How do you stay in like the good graces of church?
Right. You're not getting enough spiritual food to sustain yourself. That's how the world will pick you off. Yeah, you like that?
Oh, yeah.
That is exactly what they taught. Yeah. So you come, get that spiritual nourishment, and then you could go in a couple more days. Okay. You have to come back and get a little bit more.
Is it like osmosis? When you're close enough to it, you'll just like absorb the spiritual nourishment?
Well, no. It's like you're eating a meal of spiritual food. Like
by doing the right thing.
Well, like being at the meeting, because we're all learning things and discussing things.
Which means you have to be engaged, which means you're actually listening. I got you.
And hopefully learning. And that's what it is. So, yeah, you're taking it in, and then I feel like we've gotten way off topic.
Well, yeah, but the people who were coasting and not doing
this. Yeah, so the people who weren't there all 3 days, it was like, why are you like this? It wasn't like, what are you doing? What's wrong with your life? Like, why can't you come more? It was like, why are you like this? Like, why can't you do what you're supposed to do?
Were you jealous of them at all?
Never. Like, even the last week when we talked about conventions and assemblies, and you're like, well, why didn't you sit on the top floor? And it was like, because those were where the losers sat. Like, you were too late to get good seats.
Yeah.
You are a fuck up in life. Like, whatever it was, it's like, that's where those people ended up, on that top tier. So, no, we had no respect for coasters.
Yeah. Well,
even if you went to meeting every week and then you didn't answer and participate, you were coasting.
Do you think that all of your family shared that take on the coasters in the congregation?
No, because my family was really good at knowing... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, they 100% are on board with what you said.
Okay.
And I think that because they are always prepared with at least one comment a meeting, if not one comment per part. So they know how to play the game.
Okay.
Like, they're not the ones that are answering 50 questions, but they're also...
Yeah.
They're not going above and beyond.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I'll ask you.
Okay.
Did you recognize and think differently of the Mormons who chose to coast? And what does it mean? Oh, I think we might ask that later.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
ask that next.
What it means.
Right.
So I think it's a lot easier to coast as a Mormon because if you show up to these meetings, then you're not really expected to participate.
And you're not expected to be there a certain amount of time before, right?
I mean, no. As long as you're in your seat by the time sacrament meeting starts. Because
it was an unspoken rule for us. Like, if you weren't there at least 15 minutes before, you're not getting that encouragement from your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
That you're missing out on. So no requirement like that. So
not like that.
You could show up right before, and that's not coasting.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as long as you're there for the meeting, that's your time commitment. But coasting beyond that, especially if, you would find out that someone is participating in non-sanctioned activities.
Ooh, like what?
Breaking the word of wisdom, breaking the law of chastity.
Wait, those are coasters.
Well, I mean, those are, bad Mormons, but if they're still, and air quotes.
Okay, well, let's just go with that.
But if they're showing up to church, then in a way they're coasting and, having their cake and eating it too.
So, okay. Thinking differently about coasters, right? So, like, would you think that they were just as bad as, like, fornicators?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
No way.
So then, I'm saying, like, as a Mormon, coasting to me would be, you're having it all and you're not being a good Mormon. Thinking about it now, the people who were coasting through Mormonism, I never recognized because, in a way, I was one of them, just, like, buying in as a distraction. But I think the people that honestly don't believe any of it...
And you didn't do anything extra, right? I mean, I guess you were, like, one of the... What is it? Learned men? Like, what did you become when you're, like, 12?
Oh, at 12
you
become a deacon.
Oh.
And then a teacher at 14, then a priest at 16.
God, I'm never going to get this.
Yeah, I mean, celestial.
Do you have to know all these to get baptized?
Celestial. No.
What do you need to know, I wonder?
I mean, not a whole lot.
No, I'm curious.
You're an 8-year-old. You haven't been actually trained in anything.
All right, that's another topic, because coming into the truth is like a process. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to hear, but not today.
Yeah, baptism another time.
Okay.
And coming into the truth.
So anyways.
So the way I felt about coasting Mormons back then was a lot more judgmental, and now I empathize. But it was narrow.
It was basically just people doing bad things.
Yeah, or the people that aren't showing up but are still technically members, or they'll show up.
So you did notice people that didn't show up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so like in that
how
way,
many would they have to miss before it was like on your radar?
I don't know. If I saw them once a month, then I would just
tell us about one of the families that were once a month people.
That were once a month people.
Do you remember?
I didn't know those people.
Oh, but I mean, you didn't like have the backstory. Your family and the lack of gossip. We would have known the backstory, why they're so flaky.
Yeah.
What's going on with their family. Like, yeah.
No, I think I just remember believing that if someone wanted to be there, they would get a ride. Because we would always pick up this older gentleman. And, I mean, he wasn't at a lot of stuff, but he didn't have a car. So we got it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So was he a coaster?
Augie? Oh yeah, his name was Augie. Oh,
But did you not have to pick him up all the time? Is that why you thought he was a coaster? Where would he sit in your big van?
Maybe I just thought of him as a coaster because he didn't participate in everything, but the dude was...
How old was he?
So
Augie,
old.
who couldn't drive?
Yeah.
How would he do anything unless somebody picks him up?
He was old enough that when we had him over for Thanksgiving one year, his dentures came out in his turkey.
And did you guys laugh?
No, but we laughed a lot about it later.
Wait, you had to have... You're a flincher, so you had to flinch at least.
To flinch, probably.
And then I just can't imagine how you guys controlled that.
I don't know.
That's funny.
It would be the polite thing not to say anything.
Now, you already said this, but can I just make an assumption about Augie?
About Augie?
Yeah. Was he a person of color?
No.
Oh, no. Interesting. I totally would have guessed like old black man.
No, this was back east, and he looked after a lot of kids, one of whom I went to school with, and I always thought he was a bully, but I found later he was just really troubled. And didn't have parental figures besides Augie.
Now we need to do some fact checking on this one.
All right.
Because we have to remember Ben was a kid.
Yeah.
So Augie could have been 40, 45. If he's taking care of kids and like he sounds like a responsible man.
This man was white hair, skin and bones.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to ask your mother.
All right, yeah.
I love that she's become a source.
Thanks, Mom. No, I didn't think of Augie as a coaster, but I guess because we've established that Mormon youth Ben was pretty judgmental without the ill intent.
I feel like you've discovered that on this podcast.
All right. Well, we'll still
because
ease
remember
into
in the first episodes, I'm like, no, you were judgmental, and you're like, wait, I was. Oh my God, am I grooming you? This is abuse.
Yeah, I have acknowledged, a lot of those more self-righteous judgments that I've made, and I even had that, for Augie, because it's like, dude.
Get a driver's license.
You're only 40.
Poor Augie.
I know.
I hope your mom remembers him. I might have to text your dad.
No, ask anyone in my family about Augie.
No, but they don't remember how old he was.
They'll tell you he was effing old.
Not your siblings.
Yeah.
All right. This is definitely... Okay. Well, now let's move on to my next question, which is defining what a coaster would be in the Mormon church.
Oh, okay.
Which you kind of touched on it, so that's why I wanted to go
there. I think... the folks that I interacted the most, who I would define as coasters, were probably some of the families that my dad and I or my family would go home teach.
Okay.
And home teaching and visiting teaching.
This already sounds things. Like. Are you going to regret saying this story?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Let's hear it.
Oh,
give it to us, Ben.
No. So, in the Mormon Church, home teaching is an assignment for every elder, and technically any young man is going to be buddied up with some elder, and given families that once a month you have to go to their home, teach them a spiritual lesson of some kind, and just do a general wellness check. So,
but what kind of people were you? I mean, were you visiting every single person in the church?
Everyone has a home teacher, so this is just a cycle.
So you went to some people you knew and liked, and
we always had home teachers come over.
And what would you serve them? Cake?
No, where's cake coming from?
Well, like anytime we would have like an elders
When people came to our house?
Yeah, we had... No. So, like, an elder's... what did they call it? Oh, my God. There's a term for it. Can we do a shepherding call?
Okay.
And they would
Is
come...
this monthly?
No, this is... I mean, I'll tell you this. This is probably how I should have known that they knew I was gay. They didn't do one for, like, 8 years with me. Which I didn't care. Like, I didn't want them coming to my house. But we're talking about you.
Well, now I need to know why they're not visiting you for 8 years.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that another time. Anyways,
no,
but, like, when they would come, especially when we were kids, it was like you make a cake and you serve coffee and after.
That's when the missionaries come over. You always have a meal and or treats for when the missionaries are there.
I know. God, do you remember when the one visited our house and he asked me for water?
Yeah, but it had to be bottled.
I know, he said bottled water, and I'm like, we have sparkling cans of water. And they took them. But I'm like, that's so bold. Have we brought that up on this podcast before? Mm-mm. Okay, thank God. Anyways, so you didn't serve cake to the home teacher.
No.
But when you went to other people's homes and you were the teacher...
I do not remember ever getting snacks as a part of home teaching. I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more.
That's where you went back to, okay.
Well, I mean, now I feel like I was really missing out.
Was it uplifting?
Well, some families we liked. It was always boring when a home teacher would come to our house because we were already an active family. So whatever lesson they had, whatever they're reading from the ensign was like,
oh my God.
Bro.
You are a snob and a half.
What?
You're like, we were already...
We didn't need it. We didn't need it. These other families, some of them needed it. I remember one family I loved going
Name
to.
Their names then.
No. I loved going to their house because, one, they had just like this basement living room setup that was really dark. Their couch was plush.
Ooh, did they have a conversation pit?
A conversation pit?
Yeah, like, where you step down into, like, the couch area.
I mean...
They had it on the Fantastic Four.
Oh.
It's all the rage right now.
A conversation pit.
Folks, we're moving on. So they didn't have that.
Judicial
but they had
committee will find out if they had a conversation
But they did have an
pit.
area where the couch was below everything else.
Below everything.
Yeah, you're like, you go down the stairs and...
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a basement
couch.
entrance.
Okay.
So...
Okay.
Yeah. They had this massive dog. They had a parrot.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah. So it was like cool to go over to their house. They had a cat who acted like a dog. And so like they were always really nice.
How does a cat act like a dog?
She would just like fetch and nuzzle up with their dog, and she was really smart.
Okay. I mean, all cats are smart.
All cats are brilliant, but she wasn't evil smart.
Okay.
So yeah, like that family
she was
I
like
liked.
The simple cat.
But this family also never went to...
Oh, they didn't?
To sacrament meeting.
Oh, so why were they being called on then?
Because they were technically members on the books. So they'd been members before, but...
But why would they invite you in? It feels like, oh my God, I wouldn't want to invite any elder in for a shepherding call, especially if I hadn't been coming. Because then it's like, then I know like there's counsel to be given. So.
Oh yeah, this never turned into why aren't you coming to the meetings discussion. It was always just something from the ensign or the friend.
Were they just like lonely? Is that why they let you in?
Well, I mean, every time we were over there, it was basically an ongoing conversation the whole time where they're talking about their lives and catching up on how things have been. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they took the meeting seriously, at least as a social call.
Okay, so go through it. So you catch up on lives.
Mm-hmm. Like, you have some kind of lesson.
Okay.
Which the home teacher who's coming over to visit is sharing. So my dad.
Okay.
So you were just like later on.
You were just like his sidekick.
Basically, okay. Yeah.
You were there.
A lot of the family would come along because.
Oh, really?
Well, for our family, a lot of the times when we're out and about, it's necessary that happening. The month is ending soon. My dad has to make this home teaching call, so everyone's going.
Do you think everyone actually makes all their calls every month?
No, 100%.
But your dad did, didn't he?
I don't know that he did every month.
Wow. This is so just...
Yeah, it's actually something he brought up recently that he wants to take it more seriously when we were at his place for breakfast.
Yeah, it just seems so easy breezy with everything. Like, why did they give you a quota at all then?
Well, you had to report on it, but I don't know what conversations you were having if you consistently didn't meet that quota. You weren't alone.
But what if there was people that never got visited for 8 years? Do you think they would be sad?
I mean, would you?
I wasn't, so...
If you're not coming to the meetings, I don't think these people were itching for the lesson, but maybe for just that connection.
Some conversation.
Yeah. So
no cake.
Exactly.
And then you're in and out. Do you take your shoes off?
It was never in and out. Yeah, you take your shoes off.
Okay.
Was
it ever gross, like you sat down and like you're like, ooh?
I remember one time going to someone's house that I hadn't met before as just the younger partner on a home teaching mission, I guess. And their couch was kind of covered in crumbs, but they also had a lot of kids. And they were playing Enchanted, that Disney movie, for the first time with Amy Adams. And I hadn't seen it yet. So it gave me a major spoiler that she turns into a real human.
Oh, but I'm sure you carried that back to your siblings and said, guess what?
Oh, they'd seen it.
Oh, they did.
I know, but I really like that movie and I wish I had.
Oh, because you were all there? Is that why?
No, that was just me and my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was super disappointing. But that was the only cringe time when I got a Disney spoiler.
I only asked because, like, as a witness going to missionary work every week my entire life, we would be invited into the grossest homes.
What?
Yes. People would always invite us in, and then we'd have to sit on their stinky couch.
Okay. I feel like there's more than just correlation that you're getting invited into the homes where... Like,
because it's out of your control. Like, that's what made me think of it. Like, you're going into these homes that you don't know if the couch is going to stink.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it reminded me of
that. I do have to say, just for the record, that by comparison, there aren't a lot of couches out there that are in as good of condition as any furniture that you maintain. So it makes me wonder, were these actually, like, dirty couches? Or were you being snobby?
Are you saying I'm a snob?
Were you being judgmental?
You just found a way to call me a snob in the same episode that I called you a snob.
Well, remember, we've both been really judgmental about things in our past.
How dare you say I'm judgmental?
That every couch you sat on was disgusting.
I told you how helpful I can be. If people would only listen.
If only people would listen to you.
I'm casting helpfulness.
There we go.
All right. Well, how about me?
Yeah. How do you define a coaster in the witness church?
Oh, yeah. So I've talked about it, but it's basically the person that isn't consistently coming to church or meeting, isn't ever going out in field service or missionary work. And if they are doing those two things, then they're not commenting. So then that's the next one. Oh, it's like a caste system. It really is. Okay, so let me tell you. There's like a hierarchy because there's the elder body, who is the most important group in the congregation. And then there are the ministerial servant, and they're on equal par with the pioneers, which sounds so funny, actually.
And these are all men, and they could be of any age. Women aren't ministerial servants.
No, so only men can be elders. The step below an elder is ministerial servant. So it's like the low-level worker.
But you could be any age and just not moved up to elder.
I mean, they probably wouldn't... I don't think I ever saw anyone made a ministerial servant at below 18 that wasn't like a homeschool kid.
What?
Like, those kids excelled.
Oh, so you're like really solidifying your place in the congregation to be a ministerial servant.
So yeah, if you're an elder or an elder's wife, you're at this level, the next level ministerial servant, but they're on par with the pioneers, which pioneers are a group of people who agree to make it their full-time work, so it's like missionary work, but they live wherever. And they agree to get like, it was 70 hours a month in missionary work, or 30. Like, there was 2 levels of them. And so they're on the same par with the ministerial servants. I'm getting you lost.
Oh, yeah. I always struggle to follow, like, the systematic structure.
Right.
But it's fascinating to hear. Okay,
yeah.
So
then from there, the next level would be, like, young ones reaching out, or, like, so between 15 and 25. Like, if you're not an elder or a ministerial servant, but you're reaching out, like, that's the next tier of the most important people in the congregation.
Did you ever become a ministerial servant?
No.
Wow.
I know, and I never tried, and then, okay, so I'll keep going with the caste system, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I'll get to coasters.
Well, and then I have a follow-up question.
And then there was people like me, so below young men reaching out, and you notice, like, women aren't even on this list. Like, unless you're a pioneer or an elder's wife, you're not important enough.
And we're not even down to pioneer yet in this caste system.
Yeah, so it's elders,
ministerial
servants, pioneers.
Oh, pioneers.
So that's the only time the women are ever as important as a man.
And what are they doing as pioneers?
That's where they go out in missionary work for 70 hours a week.
Which everyone does.
Everyone does it, but you're a regular publisher which is the next level.
So it's the number of hours you're putting into it that can make you a pioneer.
So if you're just a publisher, you're expected to get at least 10 hours a month. At least that's the way it was when I was growing up.
Okay.
And if you're a pioneer, you've said, I'm going to work less in my outside worldly job and do more missionary work. And I guarantee that I will give you 70 hours of my time every month.
Okay.
Those were pioneers.
Wow.
So those were the women that could be on the same scale as a man. Okay.
Okay.
And then there was brothers reaching out. Okay.
Which you were.
I was at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But mostly I was just a publisher. So that's the first level of being a witness. You can't even get baptized as an outsider into the witness world without becoming a publisher.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, publisher, bottom of the line, and where you spent most of your time.
And everyone can be a publisher starting at like whatever age you're willing to like reach out more. So that means commenting consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And it also means once you become a publisher, you're going to be giving talks in the congregation.
Okay.
So remember I talked about Bible readings and like 5-minute talks.
And can you become a publisher before you are brought into the truth or baptized?
No. No.
Okay.
You have to have been coming consistently to...
Acting as a publisher.
Well, no, yeah, pretty much acting, yeah. Mm-hmm. So you start off as a Bible student, and then when you're finally invited to come to a meeting, mm-hmm. you come to a meeting, and then once you've consistently done that and you decide, oh, I would like to do more, mm-hmm. then they ask you a series of questions, and then they decide if you can be a publisher.
It's serious.
Yeah. And then the next level would be, you get baptized, but that's a whole nother discussion. But anyway, so everyone was a publisher, so everyone was just kind of the same shitty, like below those tiers. And below that was where I sometimes slipped. And so I would say I was a coaster at sometimes because I had a job at the airline and I had to work nights because I had no seniority. And it was, I don't even know how my family let me keep this job. It was a good job. And they got to fly for free. That's probably how.
Oh,
but it was so hard for me to consistently come to meetings that I was one of those people who didn't go every week.
Okay, and were you labeled something since you weren't?
It's not an official label. Like, if they feel like you're doing this and you may be doing some shady stuff outside that they can't really pin on you to disfellowship you, they will mark you in the congregation. Like, not physically. They don't have it's not a pen or anything.
You're stabbed.
They just make an announcement from the stage. Or I think maybe now the elder body will just go and talk to people and say, this person is marked.
That's
you shouldn't let your children around them. But it doesn't mean they're disfellowshipped, so you can still talk to them.
But do you remember hearing public announcements if so-and-so was marked?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I think so.
Well, that shouldn't be surprising because they did officially announce that you are no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses when you were disfellowshipped.
Yeah, everything good. Like, even if if you're a publisher and you decide, I don't want to be a publisher anymore, they will make an announcement from the stage saying so and so is no longer a publisher.
But that doesn't mean they're marked.
No. Yeah, God, there's so many layers of that. That could just mean either they didn't want to be a publisher or they did something bad, and it's like it's like a light disfellowshipping. Like, you're no longer a publisher.
With an opportunity to work in without all of the processes.
Then you can come right back,
So my follow-up question is, for men like you who had grown up witnesses and were, into your 20s and then 30s, not working to become a ministerial servant.
Right.
Is that classified as coasting?
Yes.
Or really?
Yes. Yeah, and I remember...
it sounds hard just to be a publisher.
Growing up, like, there was a family that my family was friends with, and the dad was like 30s maybe, and they must have said this a lot to them, like about him reaching out, because he had a go-to answer, even his wife did, is, we just want to be good publishers. Like, they didn't want to ever get beyond that. And it was kind of like,
so that's coasting.
But like, my family was friends with them, so so we let them coast.
Yeah. Did you care about that?
Care about them coasting?
Or about people looking at you thinking, he's happy being a publisher.
Totally. But like, thank God my family had a really good reputation, and my dad was an elder or a ministerial servant, and so I kind of got a pass because we were all in the same congregation.
Mm-hmm. Did your brother become a ministerial servant young?
He did, and then he became an elder too.
Do you remember how old he was when he became either?
He was probably early. It was probably when he got married that they made him a ministerial servant. So maybe like 24.
Wow.
And then he became an elder probably like 30. So youngish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's super young.
And I think he's never dealt with conflict before, so because he was the baby. Like, the conflict was whatever he felt the injustice was, right? So he never had to fight because it was a solid win for the youngest. Anyways, not that I'm bitter. That sounded so shady. But yeah, so it was hard when he became one because it was like, oh shit, like this is even more obvious.
And pressure on you.
Yeah, because I'm older than him. I should already have been at that level.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was a coaster. And even though it doesn't seem like it because I did a lot of work, it just wasn't ever enough.
Honestly, it is validating to know the breakdown of how much more a lot of people are just putting in time and energy.
Well, we'll see how you do on the quiz in the Judicial Committee when I ask you to break down the pyramid of the congregation.
All right, hang on. Elder, ministerial servant, pioneer. There was something, Bible student?
Publisher, pioneer. Young men reaching out.
Young men reaching out.
So they're already publishers. So
okay,
but they're doing what they should be doing and reaching out for more responsibility.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fail this test.
You kind of have to prove yourself to be a ministerial servant. It's a club.
Wow. Well,
a men's only club.
Men's only club.
But that was a lot. So
yeah,
we need a break.
Yeah,
I'm going to take a drink of my delicious drink.
And I think I'm going to just bring something important to your attention with this super quick PSA. All right. And I think, maybe this is a good reminder for me. And so, everyone, this is your PSA that YouTube isn't research, nor what you're learning at church, or sensationalized media, or sold on merch.
Yeah?
YouTube isn't research.
Wow, will you say it again? I didn't realize it was a rhyme.
They're all rhymes.
YouTube isn't a merch.
No, it's not. YouTube isn't research, nor what you're learning at church, or sensationalized media, or sold on merch. No, YouTube isn't research.
Oh, I like it.
So if you are curious about learning more and you want to create your own judicial committee, YouTube might be a great place to start for reference. But if you're going to tell other people that they're wrong because of a video that you saw or something that you can wear on a t-shirt, then that's not research.
That is not research. And please, can I just add to your PSA?
Please?
This is just coming in off the presses.
Podcasts aren't research. Yeah. You can't learn what you want from us and use it as justification.
I was going to take it to the next level and say, if you're watching a video, TikTok or YouTube, where they're filming from their car, that's a big red flag.
Really?
Yes, don't watch those videos. It's crazy people filming in their car, probably because their wife's like, shut up!
Oh.
Shut up about vaccinations!
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of those people are going to get canceled being filmed from the car, right?
Yes, but thank you for the jingle. I wish it had a tune.
And it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, why don't you ask your next question?
Okay. My question for you is, what's the hardest part about coasting through religion?
The shame. It really is the hardest part.
Who did you feel shame from?
Everyone. And then, like, one time I got pulled in by the elders because I had like a horrible work schedule in like the past 3 months. Mm-hmm. And so like I was never consistently there. And these two elders, one's the masturbator that they made announce it to the public, and then one was this sweet old Japanese man. He was like the nicest person ever. Mm-hmm. And the younger one was like, if you don't start coming to more meetings, we're not gonna be able to assign you responsibilities. And I'm like, really? That's how you... this is literally what I said, because I got a little emotional. I'm like, really? Like, you're not even going to ask me, like, what's been going on with my life? Like, what the reason might be while I'm not here? And I kind of went harder at him because he was young, and I didn't feel, like, any, respect for him at all.
I mean, as opposed to this
But it was such a dick thing to say. And then I had two elders talk to me after that to apologize. So, although it was a dick move because I was being flaky... and shameful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, like, that's the basis of a lot of where the unhealthy shame levels come from is, hey, you're not putting in your work. That means you're worth less. Mm-hmm. That means that we can't give you responsibility.
Right. Like, it's a privilege. That's what they would call it.
Exactly. Well, being less responsible at the witness world is a punishment and a shaming tactic. probably won't work on all of the people who aren't serious about it.
No, and see, that was the thing. I probably took it too seriously. Well, because, I believed it. Of course I did.
You were already working hard, so to be called
and my
out
family was in
enough,
it. Yeah, it's like, Ugh, and my schedule was just always horrible at the airline. I'm so grateful for what I don't have to do anymore. To many people.
You could be such a better witness now.
I know, how ironic. Like, that job would be fine for me. Now. I wouldn't want it because I don't want anything to do with that world, but...
Yeah, but you love walking around our neighborhoods. You just knock on a few more doors.
I do.
Yeah.
How about you? What's the hardest part of coasting through religion?
Well, I don't know from experience, but I would say it's being removed from the spirit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a can answer.
Yeah, because if you're just coasting, then you don't get access to the gift of the Holy Ghost on a regular basis because you have to be doing your part in this covenant with Heavenly Father when you take the sacrament to renew that gift each week. So if you're coasting and you're not earning that, you're not doing your part, and you can eat the bread and drink the water. But
are you bearing your testimony? Like,
I would like to bear my testimony.
Honestly, though, like, is this like a speech that you've heard before?
This is literally just calling back to how it felt, knowing I'm
wow,
doing my best. I'm being a good Mormon.
It was just so well said.
Well, and I would never, as a good Mormon, tell someone that.
Of course not, because why would you help them in that way?
No, it's like, that's the effort that you have to put in. But I think the hardest part of being a coaster has to be the shame, the constant reminders. And
I like that you're like, must be shame.
I mean, I just don't know from personal experience, because up until when I was done with Mormonism, I didn't coast. Maybe a little bit at the end. But that was more cynical, and everyone.
But we've also talked, it's a sliding scale of coasting. Like,
oh yeah,
you would have been a coaster in my church.
If you only
showed up,
knocked on doors and put in hours and hours and hours every week.
Maybe you wouldn't have, though, because you do like a question and answer. You're not afraid to comment.
Well, and if it was something I was doing with my family, that would be fun enough.
But there was no musical performances in our church. So.
Oh yeah, we would have suffered.
I know. Maybe you could have been the family that invited people over to sing Kingdom melodies, and those people only got one. Everyone only came over one time, and then they were busy the next time.
Exactly, yeah. But we'll invite you 3 times.
Yeah. Well, all right. So you're not a coaster.
No.
All right, should we move on to the final round?
Yeah, what's your last question?
Okay, so my final question for you is, how do you feel about working with coasters?
Ooh, I think that one is controversial because you can be really tight with people who are maybe technically coasting in some ways. I feel like most jobs are tiered enough that coasting in general means like you have to be a bad employee.
Yeah,
and you're not looking out for your colleagues.
But what if you're the employee who's just like, bro, you're doing too much. Like, none of us do it that way. Like, I know the rules say that's how you do it.
Well, I think anyone who is, really good at their job and uses that as a way to, like, talk down to people, you're just an asshole. Like,
wait, if I said that to you, you would think I was an asshole?
At work? Like, I'm doing too much?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about the person who's doing so much, talking to someone who's coasting.
Yeah, I'm that person.
Oh.
I'm the one telling you. You're the coaster in this.
Oh, I'm the coaster. Okay, well, I
Did you just assume you weren't the coaster?
No, I think that... Wait, I'm confused.
Okay.
All right, I am not even coasting through this dialogue.
No, I took us on a tangent. So.
Okay. The experience that I've had with coasters at work, I remember working in a pharmacy as a technician. It was a horrible experience overall, but the coasters there were so much more frustrating.
But what made them coasters?
So, one, as a pharmacy technician, you know the workflow. You're either taking scripts at the window, inputting them into the system, going...
Are people actually coming to the window and giving prescriptions?
All the time.
What? Who doesn't have a doctor who just...
It was equal parts both between phone calls.
Phone calls?
Oh, yeah. We got phone calls in from doctors.
I don't think my doctor would call anyone for me.
Well...
How do you get a doctor to call somebody for you or their assistant?
And a pharmacy technician, at least at the time, couldn't take that prescription over the phone. So that had to go to the pharmacist. So a lot of the job is just like dealing with pissed off people because the pharmacist is too busy taking phone calls, double checking or refilling or fixing a prescription or doing a C2, which always takes...
Wait, what's a C2?
Controlled 2 substance. Like we're filling an Adderall. That means they have to go into their special drawer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So... The people who would coast there and not like carry the slack, even if we were bottlenecked and it was already stressful. It was like, you're doing nothing to help all of us and we're suffering together. So,
man,
yeah,
that's so interesting.
Yeah, now working a remote phone job, it's really hard to tell the coasters because anyone could be watching YouTube all day long at work and you might still be a great employee.
Yeah.
So what's coasting at that point? It's if you're not showing up to meetings, if you're not engaging, if
you don't have your camera on.
I feel like sometimes that is the equivalent of coasting because it's like, you can at least be a part of this conversation and show your face.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of a standard where I work. Like, if you don't have your camera on, you better tell everyone why you don't have your camera on. And it better be a good one. Like,
oh, yeah.
I just had a pencil poked in my eye.
No, we want to see that. Turn your camera on, actually. No, I agree with that a lot. And that's some of what I ask the people that I'm in meetings with. If I'm running the meeting, like, just be on webcam. Please do me that favor. And then whether or not you're coasting at something else, like, I feel like we can talk about it because I can see you.
It's kind of a modern day flex, isn't it?
To have your webcam off?
Yes. Like, actually, because I'm like, if you were talking to the president of your, or the owner of your company, would you have your camera off because you were having an off day? Never. Like, if you feel like you can have your camera off,
just put a filter on.
You don't respect the person.
A background filter, not a face filter.
Yeah. Give us one of those emoji things over your body, at least, so we can see you as a cow or a pig or a chicken or a duck. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, meeting with the president of the university, that would be...
But you wouldn't do it with that. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But like the least they could do is at least be on screen with a giant emoji over there.
100%. Yeah. It's like that is the easiest part of your day. And if it means that you have to stay in your fucking chair... Oh no, guess what? I'm doing that too, because I'm on webcam.
That is such a first world problem, to not want to be on webcam.
Yeah, and there are moments, turn your webcam off if you have to step away. Like, I am all for, like, work-life balance and take a moment if you need it, but in general, no one needs to be away from your desk.
Well, I'm saying this from my
perspective,
perspective, the people I work with, it's like... Get on webcam.
Yeah, but if someone went off webcam for 2 minutes in the middle of the meeting and then hopped back on...
You better tell me why you're hopping
off.
No,
really? Are you serious?
Yes. Sure. Be like, I gotta go deal with my dog. I'll be right back. And then turn your camera off.
Okay.
Please mute everything.
All right.
And then come back on and explain how everything went.
Now, the non-coasters at work who aren't muting their mics during a meeting, and you're like either working another job or scheduling an appointment to go get your nails done or something like that.
It's like they're doing real estate.
I know.
On the side while they're
it's like, all right, I have other feelings about you. You're doing too much, bro.
Thank you.
Off mute.
Oh, that's so funny.
So how do you feel about workers who are coasting at work?
I'm glad I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, my new job, nobody does the same thing. So, like, there's no way of knowing if somebody's coasting. That's a level of job. Like, that's a rich person, poor person thing, right? Like, rich people never have to worry. Not that we're rich, anyone. But they never are doing the same job as somebody else.
Dual incomes with no children. We're fine.
But, man, working at the airline when we all did the same job, and it's like, really, Christy? Like, I just did 3 people to your 1, and you're screaming it down the ticket counter at somebody.
Tell me about the lady who would go...
Christy Atkinson.
Without a name.
Whatever, I don't care.
All right, okay.
She was horrible. She called my coworker that came from Southwest with me. I don't want to say her name because she's my coworker. But she...
What did she call her?
Oh, she called her the C word at work. To her supervisor.
Now, we've talked about the C word, and I'm taking it that this was like...
This was not the good kind, yes.
Okay.
And can you believe her? She's so sweet. She's the one that offered to, like, help decorate our whole... Yeah.
She is not a C word.
No, she's not. She's the furthest from it. So, like, this person was horrible. But she would get a customer, check them in, get their bags, and then for the next 20 minutes, it was like she would be pounding on her keys like she was doing something.
And you're like, we don't have a job function that requires typing.
My God. And then there was another guy. His name was Silas. And he would just go to the bathroom whenever he wanted to, no matter how long the line was. And one of the girls that we worked with, she's like this fiery Hispanic lady. She would like go into the men's room and be like, Silas, get back here. We need your help.
Oh,
because he'd probably just go in there. He was an older guy. So he probably just needed 20 minutes by himself without talking to people.
Hey.
English was his second language. Maybe it was really hard on him.
Well, and you knew how not nice a lot of those customers are.
Oh, especially to him.
Really?
Yes, it was horrible. Like
because
one time...
it was harder for him to communicate in English?
No, because people were racist assholes because he was from Pakistan.
Oh. Yeah, take as many bathroom breaks as you want.
And this was a guy who came to America as a Christian Baptist reverend.
No way.
Yeah. He was like a reverend or whatever it is outside of another church that's not Catholic or Mormon. So anyways, and people were like so rotten to him. And one time, like, I was like yelling at the guy he was helping because he was being so rude. And Silas was like, I won't say it in an accent, but I was going to do his version of it. But he's like, please, David, thank you for your help. Like, or I don't need your help. Like, he was very curt, like, stop. You're not,
I respect that.
Yeah, me too.
But that's really sad.
It was so sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, if he put a CTR ring on, he'd have probably gotten at least some nicer customers.
I know, maybe.
Yeah.
These were probably Californians, though.
I mean, it is in our line, so...
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, so there was lots of coasters, and I have... Okay, this is the other thing about coasters. Like, if they're your friends, it's kind of like, that's just so-and-so. It's okay.
I know. When they're your friends and you're like, no, they belong here.
Yeah.
You can be a coaster.
We had this other lady who, she was older, and she was from Nicaragua, and she was so fiery and feisty, and I loved her always. And when people would complain about how slow she was, I'm like... That's just her. She can't help it.
Okay, I will say there are always those moments with those coworkers where it's like, can't you just try?
I know.
Just
there
one
are
day.
Moments. It's like, we don't have time to talk about this right now.
When they're a coaster and they're making you not be able to work because they need to
talk through it.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm probably friends with more coasters than that. And I'm not a coaster at all. But like they're usually the fun ones. They probably all met each other out on the curb smoking.
All right, but I also know how important it is to be able to respect someone that you work with.
Oh, totally.
And so to know that work ethic is a part of that is something that helps me to want to be friends with people at work. It's like, oh wow, you are actually being serious about this. You have something to contribute and talk about. I'm down.
Right, but I wonder like if. Whatever pharmacy you worked at.
Walmart pharmacy.
Oh, Walmart, that's right.
Ugh.
If they had a policy, because Southwest had this policy, and it's okay to have a line.
It's okay to have a line?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Which was basically them preparing us to, like, run short. Like, we're not going to cover some of these shifts. Everyone's going to be working harder.
You know what?
It's okay to have a line.
No, Walmart's
was their mantra for a while.
The customer is right, and so when they tell you that they're fucking tired of standing in this line... You're right.
Were they really not... Did they not have your back at Walmart?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Of course
not. See, this is why unions are much better. Anyways.
Yeah.
Not to get political.
Well, it shouldn't have to be political. Also...
thank you for saying that.
Of course. Well, we're watching The Gilded Age right now on HBO. And, union history, however fictionalized here, is interesting to watch. And...
Why'd you say union?
Because we're talking about unions.
Oh, union history. That kind of
union
history.
history.
I thought you meant like this more perfect union that we're a part of.
God bless America.
Anyways.
This more perfect union. Also, I have to say, just bringing up, because we mentioned it in early episodes, I think 2 or 3, the Sex and the City continuation and Just Like That is actually getting much better.
No,
we shat on
and I'm not going to give it any more credit than it deserves.
We just got to episode 10 and I'm invested.
No,
I want to know how it ends.
They got that whole Aiden story was stupid. I'm so glad that ended.
I've always hated Aiden.
I know.
And Beg and Burger.
None of them were good guys.
I mean, Carrie wasn't good then.
This is like the Dean, Jess, Logan debate.
Well, that's Jess.
But if you did have to pick one.
Jess.
No, I'm saying for
Jess.
Ben.
For Carrie?
Which one's Jess?
No, for Carrie, I'm not prepared for this.
What about that Tchaikovsky guy or whatever?
Oh, no, he was a little evil.
Okay.
No, I think...
Big was probably the best one for her, even though he left her.
God. I liked the guy that she smoked with on his parents' balcony, and they, threw KFC at each other.
I don't even remember that.
It was a one-episode fling that she was in. But I think this kid was very much her younger. for junior.
So I said big, and then like as...
Yeah, you're promoting big.
I know.
Let's return to
then
that.
I just remembered that scene where she like has that beautiful bouquet of flowers, and she's
from
hitting
the
him,
movie,
and she's like, "You humiliated me."
Yeah,
and
he's an asshole.
He's such a selfish guy. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna take a hard pass on the men in Carrie's life. Maybe she should be a lesbian.
Well, you know what? I don't think Miranda should be a lesbian because that hasn't worked since Jay. No, and that didn't work either.
Miranda needs therapy. She never has had a successful
Miranda in the Gilded Age is a much more enticing character.
Yeah, until this whole
Cynthia Nixon. Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
It's
not a good look. But I like her.
She's getting to the other side.
And she's a sweet one.
Yeah.
Anyways, watch Gilded Age. Okay. Why don't we go into the final question of round 3?
Round 3, final question. Is coasting through life a learned trait? What do you think?
No.
No.
I don't.
Explain.
Because, like, I think we've talked about it. There's so many, like, reasons people coast. And I think most of the coasters are anxious people who do what the minimum that they have to do to, like, make it through the day. Now, I think, yeah, there are lazy people, but also maybe it's a shitty job that they don't like and they don't care about. And does that make you a coaster if you're smart enough to know that not every job is worth caring about?
Yeah, so it's like responding to your circumstances kind of thing.
Right. So it's like you worked at the Walmart pharmacy, and I wonder how many people have had your job. Like, it's probably countless. Like, it's not like you walk by that pharmacy and you're like, oh, there's Sue.
Oh, we've walked by that pharmacy, and I'm like, I recognize no one.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
I mean, I remember the one time you did recognize somebody. It was like few and far between.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to her, but we were so busy. We had to leave.
My point is, why does anyone care about the Walmart pharmacy job? It doesn't matter. Yeah. There's always going to be a customer. There's always going to be a line, and it's okay.
Well, and I feel a little bit badly for you if that's the place that you find yourself, 15 years after we've worked together.
Right.
Then,
well, especially because they're not paying you any more than they probably did 15 years ago.
Well, this was one of the fill-in pharmacists who I worked with a handful of times.
Oh,
I
an
saw
actual
again.
person.
Yeah, so...
But they probably are not paying her very well.
I mean, I know that they're not paying her enough because she's great. Yeah.
But that's all I'm saying. It's like when you coast because you're anxious, like I can see that.
Yeah.
And if you just have a shitty job and you know it, then good for you for knowing it and not taking it seriously like Ben did.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really matter because they had somebody to fill his job when he left.
That's true.
And I think if you're coasting because you're evil, no, I don't know. I don't know where else to go with this.
So my follow-up question to that is, a lot of people are in these groups where they're coasting together. So is that a learned trait, like from your community? Like, oh, that person must have it so easy.
Maybe. I don't know. So I don't think it's a learned trait. I think it's maybe. I don't know, Ben. That's a very good question, though. Well, which is your question, so that's good. Yeah. But I was just thinking, sorry, like literally, I was like, oh yeah, some of the union people that used to work for me at the airline, they would be so irritated by somebody being lazy, and then they would try to match that. And I would always tell them, like, you're not that person, though. Like, you can't do it. Like, I know you. Like, I know that if there's something to be done and you need to do it now, you're going to do it. So, like, I love this little moment you're having, but we both know that that's not how it's going to happen.
That's true. Well...
So I don't think it's a learned trait. But now I'm very curious to hear what you think.
Well, because I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Is coasting through life a learned trait?
Okay, well...
I think...
On that note, I think that a lot of what I think of as coasting through life has less to do with, like, career aspirations and more, again, with that relationship. How invested are you? Are you, actively building on your... Maybe I think of it as like a spiritual journey. Like, if it's life, how are you growing as a person? And you need other people, at least in general, to do that. And I think coasters call to coasters there. So it can be, if not a learned trait, like it's compacted.
Or like
more
a
and more.
Comfort thing, do you think?
Oh, totally.
Like it's like, oh, this person won't expect anything of me.
Yeah.
But do you think that's an anxious thing? Like, this is all I can give.
Oh,
and this person...
100% it could be, whatever the root of that inability to, like, open up, and especially just to make yourself vulnerable, because it's never going to be comfortable all the time.
Right.
With
But
other
do you think,
people.
like, if somebody lives with somebody who's, like, a coaster, like, they could bring them down? Or would that person not be okay with it and move on as quickly as possible?
Oh, yeah. And I say this without judgment, but when I lived with my younger brother, we lived very differently than when he lived with my older brother, because
that's true.
The quality of care and, you know, attentiveness. I am not the cleanest person, but, you know, I try to be tidy. That went out the window. So coasting through, you know, at least housework is definitely...
Okay, we don't have to go there, though.
All right. Well, we've talked about your inability to sit on dirty couches.
Right.
And you didn't have a problem
So
there.
everyone, I think they could assume from everything we both said that I prefer... to
Clean
not
couches.
smell a couch,
To not smell a couch.
Or get up off the
you.
couch and have something in the house, like fur, on me.
Yeah. I mean, that's always ideal, right? Yeah. So I think coasting can be a learned trait, but I liked the way that you brought it up, and I agree with you that it's something that when you find yourself in a position where you stop caring to some degree and just accept things for how they are, like all of a sudden, maybe it is, maybe it isn't actually coasting,
Right.
but accepting less than what you want and not at least exploring what that looks like.
So dangerous, though.
And it's sad because it means that by definition, this part of your life can't be fulfilling as much as you need it to be.
But then that's probably all of us to some degree, because
with
like,
work especially.
You're saying that, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I do like things very clean, but I'm also not up in this room where we're in now, worried about the baseboards. Yes, because I know people aren't coming up here. So like, although the places I seem concerned about it, maybe I'm just doing it for other people, but it's also like, I know that I can slack off here.
Yeah. I think that
we all do it.
Yeah. And for someone who is using baseboards as a litmus test for whether or not they're coasting, I think that means you're doing a pretty fucking good job in building, you know, a welcoming clean space for people.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think you'd give your overall percentage of coaster for your history of your life?
Ooh.
Like, so there's an average, you're something amount of years old.
I'd say like 60%.
What? You think you've been a coaster only...
Well...
No, I'm sorry. I feel like...
only 60%?
No, I know, I said that wrong. You feel like you've been not coasting only 60% of the time?
No, I think I've coasted 60% of the time.
No, that's way off.
Well,
even I think if you say coasting 40% of the time, that's still too low.
Well...
Or high.
Here's the thing that I think about with my life. I am very, very quick to get comfortable, and I think that can be a great thing. But when I find something that I can manage and it doesn't feel like super extra stressful, but I still feel productive, then that feels good enough, and I feel like that ends up becoming coasting for a lot of things.
That's your baseboards in the office.
The only baseboard I ever clean is
no, I'm saying that's your version of that.
Oh, yeah. But I will say the only baseboards I ever clean are the ones I'm looking at from the toilet, because...
That's an important job, because if you're at a house right now and you're looking at the baseboards in front of you while you sit on the toilet and they're not clean, that means you are a part of the problem.
Well, and grab a square of toilet paper and wipe it down.
Everyone can grab a little bit of toilet paper and wipe it down.
Exactly.
Okay. I think I'm probably 50-50.
No.
With a margin of error of 5%. So it could go either way.
Okay.
Do you think I'm more of a coaster?
I strongly disagree.
Oh, no. I've had several moments in my life where we talked about them. I was such a coaster at church. And I had my moments at work, too. Not anymore, but now I really like what I do, so...
Well, it's hard for me to think coaster because you're always busy with something, and it's rarely something that isn't, you know, taking care of, you know, something, whether it be cleaning or not, or actually doing work or following up and, like, engaging with people.
Right.
And maintaining relationships.
Oh, you're saying I'm good at that, too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is all very generous.
Well, I mean, I won't say you work hard because I don't know what it feels like to you, but you stay busy and you're working on something or someone all the time. And so that doesn't feel coaster-ish to me.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. The other day I had this whole thought about why do I feel like it's fun to do laundry? Like, is it a trick that I've given myself? or same with dishes. I love doing the dishes.
I'm grateful for it.
But I wonder, like...
I do not understand it.
Is it just like me manipulating myself? And now I don't know
David,
if I really do love it or
I
not.
don't want you to question this.
Yeah,
you love it for all of the right reasons.
Never align your chakras, everyone. So many things start flooding around.
Hey, if you can ground yourself while you're hanging laundry, then I'm happy for you.
It feels like electrocution, so I need to be grounded. Okay. I feel like if we're rating this episode, I'd give it a 82%.
82?
Yeah, I liked it. It was much better than we thought it was going to be.
Well, I thought this was going to be kind of a coasting episode.
Yeah.
Just take it easy.
I know.
But we hit on, I think, more growing up religious topics.
Right. And I'm afraid that we said a lot of things in error.
Mm-hmm. Also, if we said anything and it, a listener identifies with it as, oh, well, I'm not a coaster.
I have a sneaky couch.
Yeah, if you can smell your couch, then it's your couch.
Yeah.
Do whatever you will with that. But the last thing that I want to imply about anyone is that, one, doing your best is ever wrong, because if you can recognize that you're coasting in something, that takes a level of self-awareness I do not regularly have. So this is coasting through religion mostly that we're trying to be judgmental, not anything else.
You just sounded so Pollyanna-ish. I just wanted to say, I'm glad that you were able to find the good in coasters.
Yeah, call me Polly.
Yeah, but not that kind of Polly.
Anna.
Oh, let me finish. Anna.
Call me Polly. Anna.
All right. Well, so thank you for listening. Stick around for the Judicial Committee to see what we said wrong.
Yeah. And as always, please let us know if you have any topics that you'd like to hear more about.
What happened to our fan?
Input.
Where did she
I
stop?
know!
She stopped giving us questions.
We had a listener.
We had listener. Anyways, so stick around. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
I don't know if you like me. You took me from a place in the world where the light seems dim. But you ignore me despite me. Still,
welcome back to the Judicial Committee.
Judicial Committee.
That's where we discuss all the things we said wrong in this episode.
And where we learn.
Which is episode 12. Do you remember what it's about?
Is this coasting?
Coasting.
Take it easy.
Oh my God. And it's been a while since we recorded because we just got back from our honeymoon. We explored Europe.
Yeah, we were planning on Korea into Tokyo, Japan.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
But flights being what they were, Edinburgh, Scotland, and then Paris, France.
Yeah, Paris was amazing.
Wow.
Scotland is beautiful. Like, nobody can go to Scotland and say, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Paris is amazing.
I think we had more fun in Paris.
And we were there for 1 day and a half.
Yeah, but I have to say, traveling to Scotland and not knowing what to expect, Edinburgh was such a treat, and then Linlithgow was
right. And I don't want to downsell it. Oh yeah, especially because I love the royals. So knowing that that's where Mary, Queen of Scots, ruled Scotland until I don't know. James the First.
In such a beautiful castle next to such a gorgeous parish, next to such a beautiful, cute little loch.
And the cute little old man in the parish, when I was sitting down waiting for Ben, he was using the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, we don't need to give every detail. We'll just say, I was waiting for you to use the bathroom in the cathedral. And he came over. He had 2 canes. That's how old he was.
Yeah.
And he was just being cute and funny. I don't even remember what he said. He was giving me some details about the cathedral and some political stuff.
Oh.
I can't remember if he was the one that asked me where we were from, and I'm like, was it him?
Yeah, it was.
And he was so sweet. I'm like, we're from the States, because that's what you say when you're in Europe. You don't say we're from the U.S. or USA. You always tell them the States. And he's like, okay, which one? And I'm like, Utah. And he's like, oh, yes, that's been in the news lately, hasn't it? Because it was just right when Charlie Kirk got murdered. So.
Yeah, shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Yeah. For context.
Oh, yeah.
No, just because I don't want to leave it at dropping a deuce in St. Michael's.
Well, I didn't say that you were using the bathroom.
Well, we had just walked this long way around the loch with our sausage buns. And
that's not a euphemism. It's literally just a breakfast sandwich. Yeah.
With Link and Lorne, and it was just time. So
they called them Link and Lorne. And I didn't understand when I ordered because they call them, what is it? They call them breakfast rolls?
Yeah, well,
sausage rolls.
When you get the Link and Lorne, they call it a cholesterol roll.
Yeah. So it said on the menu Link or Lorne, But I didn't know what that meant, so I just called. I'm like, oh, I'll have a Lincoln Lorne. And he's like, oh, you want both sausages, both the patty and the link?
Both the patty
That's
and the link.
That's a cholesterol. And it sounds better in Scottish.
Yeah.
I think I did pretty good.
It was delicious. You got yours with the brown sauce, which I didn't, and it was a mistake.
Is it because you didn't know what brown sauce was?
I'd had brown sauce before, but I just thought, no, Lincoln Lorne sounds plenty filling, but I missed out.
For those of you who don't know what brown sauce is, I think it's just A1. And they love it. Okay, so this one I'm going to tell everyone. Go to the United Kingdom. It doesn't matter where you go in the United Kingdom. Maybe not Northern Ireland. But anyways, you go. I mean, I love pub food. Ben will tell you it's not as great as I think it is. But you get like fish and chips, and you slather the chips and the fish with a lot of vinegar. And then you use that brown sauce to dip your fries in, and you're not going to be upset.
Okay. I will say there is some pub food that I have been very pleasantly surprised by, and there have been others where it's like, do you know what seasoning is?
I know.
It's just so
Sometimes
bland.
it's just so bad. When we went to London for the Taylor Swift concert, and Natalie and all her friends were there, and we went to a pub to get some food, and they had a fun experience because I showed them how to like order at pubs and whatever.
It is very different.
For them, it was a good experience, but for me, I'm like, oh, this is not good pub food.
I don't know if good pub food.
Okay, you need to calm down.
All right.
It is always good. Anyways, okay, so this is the coasting episode. Oh, and thank you everyone who came to our ring ceremony. And if you didn't come, that's not a. We're not trying to shame you.
Oh, yeah.
We wanted everyone to be there.
Well, and it was such a successful party. Is that okay to say?
Right, and we have no photos. So if you're listening to this now and you took a photo at the party, will you send it to us?
Yeah, and when you hear this now...
Oh, yeah, that's
it's
our
because
rings.
we have rings on!
I know, it's official. I mean, it was always official, I guess, but now it's totally official. Okay, so, Judicial Committee, what did we get wrong? Coasting. And you know what's so weird is I never think that we can
wrong?
I never think we can fill the time that we fill. And then
somehow.
we talk and talk and talk. Not me, of course. You talk and talk and talk. And I think I nod.
I'm going to fact check that when we
and
listen to this episode.
I guffaw sometimes, just depending on how funny you are. Anyways,
you guffaw
but there was a lot of good.
bit.
There was a lot of good facts on this episode.
Okay.
So the first one is I wanted to know what science said about people who do coast.
Oh.
Because the coasters, we find them in many facets of our lives. So you asked me what the answer would be for my siblings who take the easy route rather than risking anything. So you had brought that up in the episode, and I don't really remember the contents, but that's what I wrote
My
down
siblings
here.
or your siblings?
My siblings, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like my sister has a tendency to coast.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I wanted to see why people take the easy route and the easy way of life.
And
this is what I found.
Science says.
Science says. I feel like I'm Mr. Wizard. The behavior is not due to a single cause, but can result from a complex interplay of brain chemistry, learned behaviors, and environmental influences. Studies link it to a dysfunction in the reward network of the brain. I thought this was like very much associated with boys and men. But I think it affects all of us, honestly. But it often our subconscious, it's our subconscious's way of coping or avoiding things that we can't handle.
Oh,
doesn't that sound like every man we know?
It totally reads masculine because women don't have the luxury of taking it easy. Your body will turn against you if nothing else.
I know, yeah. Time is working against women constantly.
Yeah,
women
have to work a lot harder than us guys.
And they do. And they do work a lot harder.
Congrats, ladies.
So it gave some examples like a fear of failure, which most people deal with. But there's also the fear of success because those so-called consequences come with new responsibilities when you are successful, higher expectations, or the loss of friendships because now you're the boss and you can't be friends with the same people that you were friends with.
Well, and if you don't put yourself out there, nothing is at stake. How can you lose?
Right. And then I also think like that fear of success comes with people questioning whether, do you think you're better than me? Like just because you did a little bit better in life in some ways. And then, so that holds people back and gives them the excuse to coast, even if it's subconscious. And I think that we can actually see that in a lot of our family members.
Oh, and themselves.
coworkers. Anyways, but some of the environmental factors that it talked about were like reinforcement learning, or the effort you put into achieving something academic. And if it didn't pay off or wasn't satisfying enough to make the effort worth it, then you just stop trying. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. Oh, I identify with so much of this. So family, coworkers, and Ben.
Okay, I'm not done yet, though. Tell me if you identify with this one. Instant gratification loop. So this is another boy thing. Our instant access society trains our brain to only look for immediate low-level rewards. So like mindless scrolling on your phone, it's like a quick dopamine hit, and then once you get that high, it reduces the appeal to read or take on like more challenging tasks.
Yeah.
Especially
Honestly,
reading. I think that's why people don't read anymore.
And maybe it's reading specifically, but I feel we do a pretty good job at working and building up to something and not relying as much on the instant gratification in our lives.
No, I mean, we definitely will do some scrolling.
Yeah, of course. I mean, honestly, who doesn't? But relying on that as the pastime.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, I've had my season, so who am I to say?
And I do it, like, I know I do it when there's, like, a waiting period. Like, if I'm at the bank, I don't know, I never go to the bank, but let's pretend I went to the bank.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting in line. I'm not just going to stand there and stare at everyone, which I should be doing because I love people.
You're actually regularly standing there staring at people and talking about them.
I think that's mostly when you're with me because I'm not going to get on my phone with you.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so anyways, and finally...
Oh.
No, that's just for this topic.
Okay, what's the last thing science says?
Yeah, science had a lot to say.
Mr. Wizard? What is that?
Oh, Mr. Wizard. He was on Nickelodeon. You don't remember him because you're too young.
We didn't have Nickelodeon.
He did amazing science experiments.
Oh, Bill Nye, the science guy.
It was probably... he was like the original Bill Nye. And I'm pretty sure it was a Canadian show.
Oh.
Anyways, so finally... and I think this could be some of our siblings. The conditioned helplessness of someone who repeatedly experiences negative outcomes out of their control. They stop trying to change their circumstances and just settle.
Yeah, because life can only be comfortable if you stop putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations.
Well, and it's like, oh, why bother? Nothing ever works out for me.
Yeah, victim complex.
Really, yeah.
What is it called?
Jeez. The victim complex?
No, the title that Mr. Wizard called it.
Oh, no.
Read the beginning of your bullet point again.
The conditioned helplessness?
Conditioned helplessness.
Yeah, you conditioned yourself to be helpless. Nothing ever works out for me anyways. Mm-hmm. Get up. Get a job.
Get up.
All right. Skating. I talked about skating. Like, That's what we used to say at the airline. Like, oh, this guy's a skater. He's always so lazy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, is it a real term for a slacker? Well, it is. And you know what? It makes sense that the answer is a military slang, which in the airline industry, we use tons of military slang. I don't know why, but it's like we all learned this verbiage, and I didn't know it was military verbiage.
Did it come from the Air Force specifically?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure that's what it was.
Air Force, better known as Chair Force. Talk about coasting.
Yeah, hey, that's a slang. So skating is a term used in military slang to describe someone who is lazy or avoids work. Yeah, and I don't know. Oh, yeah. I think, so when we started hanging around Karen, our friend Karen, because her husband's in the military, like I think that's really where I started recognizing, because I was still at the airline at the time. And remember, we used to just fight, like debate all the time.
Oh, you and Chair Force?
Yeah, Chair Force, yeah. The Marines even have a informal acronym for it to teach other Marines how to be lazy and to get away with it.
What?
So S, stay out of trouble. K, keep a low profile. A, avoid higher ups. T, take your time. And E, enjoy yourself. And you know what? I think that could work for any of our day-to-day lives.
I'm actually impressed that the Marines could spell that well.
I know. That's so funny, Ben. I'm shady. It did kind of remind me of like the way Stanley Hudson like lived his life on The Office.
Oh, skater.
Like I remember, I say it all the time. It's like one of my favorite lines is when they were like loading boxes into the truck, and I think it was Ryan was like taking it seriously, and he's like, whoa. This is a burn the clock operation here, or like we're just trying to get through the day. Like, yeah, don't rush. Oh, but I wanted to see, let's do a quiz. And we're going to see if you ever skate at work or if you know of people that skate at work. But let's just test you, okay?
Okay.
So true or false, do you actively avoid work or tasks you consider boring?
I don't have that luxury.
Okay.
But
so you'd say false.
I procrastinate those tasks.
All right.
We'll
give you a tie. It's like soccer rules.
Okay. It's a skate.
It's a draw. Oh. Do you take on tasks that appear to be work, but actually require very little effort?
Only because they're in my job description.
Yeah. I don't think I have the luxury of doing either of those things either.
Well, you are a one-man department, basically.
Well, and like people are waiting on me to do stuff most of the time. I'm sure I'm disappointing them constantly.
Well, yeah, that's my job too, is either I have people waiting on me or I have people that will tell me, I talked to you about this before a week ago, and I'm like, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm not avoiding it if that's the case.
God. Isn't that the most embarrassing thing?
It feels
when
embarrassing.
Somebody's like, remember I told you about this, and I'm like, no. I'm like, you better put it down on paper, like literally write a piece of paper for me or create a to-do for me in our system.
And also, like, for me in middle management, like, there's not usually something I can do to fix a bigger problem. So there's I don't know. I feel like this can't apply to my job as well because I've got so many people that are going to hold me accountable. And then I have a lot of people that aren't going to really give me what I need.
Yeah. So it's their fault too.
Yeah.
It's not just you.
It's not just me. We're all skating.
Yeah. Moving on to Augie.
Oh, Augie.
Do you remember us talking about Augie?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think you're getting it twisted. Like, okay, he's an old man and then he has kids.
He watched kids.
No, he watched children. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I reached out to your mother. Your mother's been a great source for me. I assumed his name was spelled Augie.
That makes sense.
But then I'm like, I don't really know. So I spelled it to her in the text Oggie. Ogie. Like the British way of doing it. So she corrected me. It is Augie.
Okay.
And she said, now this is, I'm going to read it because sometimes your mom gets it a little twisted in the verbiage.
Don't get it twisted.
He must have been around 80 when we helped him frequently. Mm-hmm. Had him jayer, must have been over. For meals. Mm-hmm. Took him along to family gatherings too. Mm-hmm. He was to himself often, but always warmed up when the kids talked to him. Do you remember that?
Talking to him?
Yeah.
Not regularly.
Oh, but somebody must have been nice to him.
We were all nice to Augie.
Yeah.
He was kind of a staple for a good few years. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's still around.
Well, if he was 80 back then in the 90s and early 2000s.
Sorry, Augie.
I know. I wish I knew his last name. I'd look him up. At some point in the episode, I don't remember when, but I called you a snob and a half. Do you remember that?
So
I call you that all the time.
Found out that you were wrong when you fact-checked that.
No, I just wanted everyone to know that that's a quote from one of the greatest films of all time. It's called Clueless. It's when Cher calls Elton this, when she is trying to get him to go out with Ty, and he says in the reply, "Do you even know who my father is?" And she's like, "Oh, you are a snob and a half." And I think it's such a great retort, and I just want to make sure everyone watches Clueless.
So you were Cher and I was Elton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're Elton.
Elton.
We talked about the caste system. I don't know in what context we could talk about it, but I just want to make sure people understand what it is.
Caste with an E.
Yeah. Now, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. It's still a very real thing in many parts of the world, including my former religion. Remember, that's why we talked about it. Because there's that whole hierarchy system of things.
I couldn't tell you a single tier within that system that you described.
I was going to quiz you, remember? Thank God I forgot. Yeah, so it's part of my religion and maybe the religions of others. I don't know. Or your office structure. Mm-hmm. Who knows? But the caste system is a hereditary social stratification hierarchy. That's a lot.
Hereditary
social stratification hierarchy. Yeah. Where a person's social, religious, and economic status is determined by birth. So there's no opportunity for social mobility or social climbing to better one's position in life. Mm-hmm. India is the most famous example of this. And if anyone wants to read a good book to understand this better, read the 2001 Oprah Book Club selection, A Fine Balance, which I read and loved. And it taught me so much about the Indian caste system.
Huh.
Because it was like these Muslim tailors moved in with this Hindu woman to work for them, and it was just such an interesting, fascinating thing.
Wow.
So, yeah. So there you go.
Okay, and that book again was
A 2001 Oprah Book Club selection called A Fine Balance.
A Fine Balance. Thank you.
Okay. What does it mean and involve? What does it mean and involve to be marked as a Jehovah's Witness?
To be marked.
Yeah. So we talked about, so being marked is different from being disfellowshipped within the organization.
It can be a preliminary.
Yeah. It's like a stepping stone. The system of marking disorderly ones has changed some since I was kicked out of the congregation. That's what I found. The idea comes from 2 Thessalonians 3:14, which says, if anyone is not obedient to our work through this letter, keep this one marked.
Okay. Isn't your favorite scripture a Thessalonian?
I think so. I think it's 2 Thessalonians 4:11.
Oh.
Maybe.
Wow.
Or maybe first. I don't remember.
1 Thessalonian.
We didn't
2
remember.
Thessalonians.
Oh, look again. So before, this was directed to the elders, so like the leaders of the congregation, to publicly mark a publisher or a low-level member of the congregation who continued to ignore Bible principles in spite of repeated counsel. And they would literally give a talk from the stage marking this person as bad association to the congregation.
See, I would have assumed that it was Mark of Cain before
I'm sure
a
that's
2 Thessalonians random.
Well, I'm sure it's where it came from, right? It's like, didn't Judas have a mark?
Did he?
I don't remember.
He had 20 silver pieces. Were they marks?
Well, maybe he had like a rope burn around his neck from when he tried to hang himself, and then What?
He did?
Yeah, and then the rope broke.
Ooh, it was a
He
sign.
he wasn't allowed to hang himself.
Jesus was with him.
But he's going to be in the celestial kingdom.
Yay, Judas.
That's this one, right? The earth one? Okay. All right. Anyway, so they would literally give a talk marking the person as bad association. And the reason you would be marked instead of disfellowshipped, which is being totally shunned from the congregation, is because they couldn't prove that you were doing anything wrong. So yeah, like sleeping with somebody outside of marriage or gambling or smoking. Like if they couldn't
that
prove
you could
it,
get disfellowshipped for. If you're suspected or living a life that could put you in harm's way, easiest just to mark you.
if they were suspicious or somebody knew, but they didn't have two witnesses to verify it. So the example they give is of someone who won't work to support themselves, even if they're capable. They would be marked. So they're lazy.
Okay.
Like a coaster. So it all comes back. Or someone who is knowingly spreading gossip about another member of the congregation that is false.
Okay.
But the one that happened the most while I was growing up is just if like you're a baptized member of the congregation and you start dating a worldly person, like let's say you start dating a coworker, and the elders would talk to you and try to convince you to break up with this person. So even if you weren't having sex, just dating the non-witness was reason enough to be marked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And if you decided to marry them, would you be disfellowshipped?
No.
But you would still be marked perpetually.
No. Like, I don't know how the marking wears off. That's weird, huh?
Yeah.
But then, like, so it's all changed now. It's not done publicly anymore. They now encourage the congregation to do their own marking of others based on whatever whim they can come up with.
How wholesome.
There was a time, though, when I thought I was marked. Like, people were being weird with me, like, not talking to me anymore. And I'm like, oh, fuck, did I get marked? Because it's not like anyone would tell you. They just mark you.
Oh, that's infuriating. It's so wrong.
Yeah, so that's that.
Wow.
Now, I do have one more thing. But this, I don't even know if we talked about it in this episode. Webcam etiquette. I think we did.
Webcam etiquette.
Yeah,
like
so
being on webcam?
Yes, I just wanted to give some
having a shirt on?
Helpful tips. So you did. If I just read my notes, then I'll know.
Uh-huh.
You talked about people being off mute, and it reminded me of something that happened at work regarding mute. So aside from that, here's a list for everyone to follow. So first, you should be on camera. It is such a flex when you aren't on camera because you're literally telling everyone, this meeting isn't important to me. Like, that's what it looks like to me. Mm-hmm. There's a person I work with who is only ever on camera if someone important and quote unquote important is in the meeting.
Ew. Wait, ew.
I can't say.
Okay, later.
It says if you're not on camera, you should explain yourself. Give everyone a reason. Like, oh, I can't. I'm not feeling good. Oh, my dog's being crazy. I might have to run to open the door for the whatever.
And no one's going to care.
Nobody cares. But it's like at least they know, okay, this person's engaged.
Yeah.
And they're ready to do whatever.
Yeah. And if your brand is I'm never on webcam, no one thinks that you're paying attention, for one. And two, you probably have a reputation to match.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That usually fits that person. Next, if you do have your camera on, please make sure your background is a clutter-free space to avoid distracting me. Because I get distracted so easily. So if I see something in the background, that's all I'm going to fixate on. Now, these are all from the internet. I'm just giving my own little quips on top of it, just so everyone knows. This is not just my opinion. This is from the internet.
Wow. So
it's
truth.
it's like real. Make sure your lighting is good, which I don't think everyone can do that. Avoid multitasking, which I am a huge multitasker when I'm in a meeting. I try not to do other things. God, everyone should just use this meeting time as an opportunity to not work. Just be engaged, be in the moment.
Yeah. Interesting. Because I'm super fidgety. Like, I'm playing with my wedding band right now, just as we're sitting here. So I think that's different than multitasking, because you can tell, especially in a one-on-one meeting, when someone is multitasking.
Yeah, that's so true.
It is the most infuriating thing.
That must be so hard to do that.
There are people that do it better.
No. I'm saying like to have one-on-ones exclusively over video chat.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. But webcam etiquette is crucial to those meetings.
You know what? If you're too busy that you have to multitask, then just send your AI note taker. Like, don't even come.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you're busy.
Just tell me that you're too busy for our meeting, and I will thank you to not have to sit through a meeting where you're multitasking and not paying attention.
Yes. And then finally, the most important one is mute yourself when you aren't speaking.
Please.
And so the other day, someone at work didn't mute their computer, and so they didn't talk. They weren't saying anything, but any movement was being picked up by the mic, and then they would be the front and center. Like, you know how it's like, now they become the main person.
Pops up.
Yeah. And so like, I wasn't even going to text them because I'm like, I don't want to embarrass them. But then I thought, no, this is like, if I had food in my teeth or something in my nose, it would be embarrassing for you not to tell me.
Yeah.
So I thought, I did text them, and they were so embarrassed. And I'm like, no, just know, like, I knew it would be embarrassing either way, but I just wanted to make sure you knew. So
easy. Yeah. Hearing someone like breathing off mute, where it's just like, I
know.
It's so uncomfortable.
Oh my God. What do you mean, like heavy breathing?
Yeah.
I've never actually experienced that.
I have a few times.
Have you? They're just like,
I mean, basically. Okay. And it's just like, all right.
Well, that was all the facts.
Wow.
What did you think?
I'm happy with them.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's they were satisfactory, except for your facts about pubs, because those were very false.
All I have to say is that answer felt like you were coasting. Actually, the whole time I felt like you were coasting.
This is my time to coast. You're the one doing the research. I get an automatic A.
I feel like I need a yes-ander. Just kidding.
All right.
I'm just teasing, folks.
No.
Ben does so good. Okay, Oprah. All right. Okay, well, thanks you guys for listening. I hope this was a good episode, and we're just so grateful that anyone would listen to us ever.
Yeah, so take a chill pill and sit tight. We'll have another episode out for you soon.
Yeah, and if you're not going to dance through life, coast through life.
Yeah. It's scientifically proven.
Yeah. All right, love you guys. Bye.
Like a shark, and I watch while you easing. And I can stop myself.